have to start today. You have to start immediately. In order for you to be that dream girl or that dream guy, you have to start implementing the behaviors, the actions, and the mindsets today. So welcome or welcome back. Happy New Year's, regardless if you celebrate New Year's in January, March, or April. It is 2025 and it's your favorite mental health specialist. Getting straight into today's video. You have to become the person who you want to be in order for it to manifest. Now, what does that mean? A lot of people in life are going to tell you that all you have to do is be consistent. If you're not committed, if you're not able to make decisions, if you're not able to be patient, and most importantly, you're not able to realize that it's an investment, you're going to struggle. So in order for you to be the person that you want to be, you have to start with where you are. That's the truth. Womp, womp, womp. Violin. It sounds cliche. That's what it is. If you want to be somebody who is fit and is like athletic and take care of their body and eats healthy foods, and you may not have all the finances, you may not have all the resources, you may not have the equipment, you have to be able to see what you have in your kitchen that you can get rid of or substitute. You have to start implementing the nutrients and the vitamins. You have to be able to start exercising within your neighborhood, your complex, your community, or even inside by using the resources that you have. And if you're on YouTube, you can Google, which is YouTube, excuse me. You can Google how to become fit, how to exercise, or you can physically start doing jumping jacks. You can order weights on Amazon. You have to come up with solutions. So these are some recommendations that you must be aware of when you decide to become the best version of yourself or to elevate. The first thing is that it is okay if you don't have everything figured out. And the reason why it's really okay is because you're starting. So I want you to see this. I want you to pat yourself on the back. I want you to round of applause, okay? You're starting from the bottom. Now we're here, okay? You have to start. So it's okay if you're trying to lose 30, 40 pounds and maybe you don't have a gym membership. Maybe you don't have a personal trainer. Maybe you've never not ate foods that were considered to be healthy, or maybe you don't know what to start substituting. You are starting. That's the first thing. So when you start to lose weight, when you start a new job, when you start to go back to school, when you start a business, start to be in a healthy relationship, a parent, you are at the beginning. You have to realize there's a beginning, the middle, and the end. You cannot lose 50 pounds if you don't start drinking water, if you don't cut off certain foods, if you're not implementing certain vitamins, if you're not dieting, if you're not fasting, if you're not exercising 30, 40-hour days, 3 to 5, 7 times weekly. You have to realize that you have to start from somewhere, and that is okay. You have to normalize and validate that you're trying and that this is unfamiliar. And because you're starting, because it's unfamiliar, you have to let go of a specific outcome. Why? Because what if things don't go the way you want them to? People don't talk about that. People just talk about what they want to do, how they want to experience it, how it's going to affect them. But it's just like, what if it doesn't go exactly as planned? You have to be prepared to receive what it is that you're wanting from any aspect, from any angle, meaning you cannot limit how certain things are going to happen. Because speaking from experience, we can plan, we can have ideas, we can have these affirmations, but if it doesn't work out that one way, doesn't mean it's not going to show up in different areas of your life. Like, you cannot limit God, ancestors, and the universe if you believe in those things. And if you don't, you can't limit yourself on how certain things are going to show up, because unless you've done it before, you don't know what it's like. So it's like, if you have a goal to lose 30, 40, 100 pounds and you never lost that weight before, and you set it for like a month or 2 months, what happens when you don't lose the weight within 1 or 2 months? You're going to stop working out. All that time, energy, and effort you poured into yourself, you're just going to give up on yourself? No. So you have to become flexible when it comes to you elevating and being the best version of yourself, because it's like you're learning as you're growing. If you started, like I said, the start, the middle, and the end, and you're at the beginning, you're trying to see trial and error. You're trying to see what's going to work. You're going to see what doesn't work. You have to see how much time you're able to show up to the gym, how many vitamins you have to take. You have to become educated and equipped. And that's the third thing. You have to be able to put time into yourself. You have to realize this is an investment. So if you're new here, we talked about the 30 days of consistency, the 30 days of being successful. This is going to be time consuming. So when anything is time consuming, it's going to take up your time. A lot of people think starting to be successful, successful or consistent or content creator or just whatever it is that you want is like hard and challenging. I strongly disagree, because it's like, if you want to do something, it shouldn't be difficult. If what you're doing is difficult, you need to think about what it is that you're doing, and I'll break that down in a couple of seconds. But it's just like, you should know that if you want a car, if you want to lose weight, if you want to become a content creator, it should be because you genuinely want it and you're okay with learning as you grow. Now, if you're just doing something specifically for specific outcome, like I said, and things don't turn out the way you want them to, what was the reason? So it's really imperative that you're doing things with purpose. Like, you have to become knowledgeable, you have to become educated, you have to become aware. Like, you actually have to make sure that you're watching, you're engaging, you're surrounding yourself with people, places, and things who are similar, or who are pouring into you, who are informing you, who have done what you've done, who are on the same frequency as you, who are starting just like you, but just making sure it's on the right page. You guys are on the same direction. Like, surrounding yourself with people, places, and things who are not contributing into what it is that you're trying to do, you have to be able to create distance from. Like, as of today, as this new year, as of January starts, like, you have to make sure that what you're watching is in alignment of what you're trying to become. What you're eating is in alignment with what you're trying to do. So me personally, I'm currently on a diet right now. I started a diet for 2025 in January. I have to make sure anything that is not related to my diet, I'm not consuming. And it's not hard. If this is what I want, if this is what you want, you have to learn how to become motivated. You have to be passionate. If you're not passionate about what it is that you want, why do you think it's going to happen? So as you realize that you have to become the person that you want today, you will stop being overwhelmed. You'll stop being worried, because it's a journey. And to be honest, the number one secret ingredient, other than SpongeBob's recipe and Mr. Krabs' recipe to the Krabby Patty formula, is who you had to become. It's not the goal. Anybody can buy a car, anybody can buy a house, anybody can become a millionaire, anybody can get a degree. Does that mean everyone's gonna do it? No, because you know some negative Nancy's gonna be like, that's not true. Then it's not for you. But for the majority of people who are applying themselves, what we want to do is not impossible. Me being on my diet and eating healthier is not impossible. It's only impossible if I'm not doing what needs to be done. And if I don't accept that it could take 3, 4, 5 months, it could take a year to be consistent with my diet. Same thing with you. It could take you 2 years to build a house. It could take you 4, 6 years. People go to school 4 to 8 years to get your degrees. You have to just be 100% okay with where you are. You have to take the step further. And most importantly, you can't compare yourself. So if you don't have the resources and the tools that you see other people have, you have to make something shake. So like, for example, me personally, before I was able to buy my second car, I had to walk to work at times. I had to be okay with Ubering to and from work at times. You have to be able to take what you have. Like, life is not fair for anybody. But speaking from experience, being frustrated, comparing yourself, it's not going to change your situation, especially when you see people work for the things that they have. Like, it's not fair to you and it's not fair to them. But most importantly, you. So it's just like, if you want to lose weight, you have to be able to realize there's only 24 hours in a day. If I'm able to go to the gym Tuesdays and Thursdays for an hour and 30 minutes, that's where we're going to start from. If you're trying to become a content creator and you don't know necessarily what topics that you want to talk about, scroll on social media. What you want to do, other people have already done. Nobody's doing it the way you're doing it, and nobody has the same information or the experiences. So automatically you don't have to compare yourself, but see what's been done and, you know, take it in your own thing. Make sure you are creative and you're not copying people, but you're using it as inspiration. And you have to be able to post. You have to be able to start with 0 followers. I had 0 followers in June. Now we have over 200 in the month of January. Like, it took 7 months. It took 7 months. Like, I'm not going to stop here just because it took 7 months. Like, you really have to just focus on the things that you want, and you have to put in the work. Like, that's it. Like, I don't know what more I could say. And you could feel sad, you could be angry. Like, nobody's invalidating your feelings. I'm speaking from experience, but because I'm speaking from experience, you have to use what you have. Like I said, if you have to walk to work before you're able to buy a car, you have to walk to work. Like, what else could you do? How else is it gonna happen? Let me know in the comment section. If you guys know Cosmo and Wanda and maybe they can make something happen, let me know and tell them to comment in the comment section. But it's just like, let's be FF for real, you guys. Almost said a bad word. It's not like to Curtis, but it's just like, how else is it gonna happen? If you want to lose weight, but you're upset that you have to go to the gym 3 to 4 times a month for 2-3 hours and that you didn't lose weight in 24 hours, like, so instead of being overwhelmed, instead of being frustrated, we just have to learn to take every single day for what it is. And it's just like, if you're a hustler, if you're about that life, if you want the grind, then put in the work. And the whole purpose of us healing ourselves and the type of energy that I have is for the people who are going to do the work. Like, you got to be able to put in the work. If you want to heal yourself, you got to put in the work. I had to put in the work. You guys have to put in the work. work. Like, we have to put in the work. Like, nothing more, nothing less. So if you have questions, comments, and concerns, give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you're commenting down below and turn on your post notification bells. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. And if you have questions, comments, and concerns about this video, let me know in the comment section, or if you want me to talk about more topics like this, as well as the YouTube section here in the community. And make sure you are voting in the polls where I ask you guys questions, comments, and concerns about topics that we haven't discussed already. And if you want me to talk about something that I haven't, feel free to engage, okay? As well as when you guys follow me on all social media, all the information will be down in the description box below. I'll be going live on Instagram and on TikTok, like I said, answering comment questions and concerns. And if you want a session where it's more intimate and the energy is more laid back and relaxed, head to my website at TyGuidance@summer.com. I'm your favorite mental health specialist, aka your favorite rich auntie. And because I'm both of those things, there's a certain standard. So is my content going to be for everybody? No, because people are going to want to experience the things that make sense to them. So over here, if I hold myself to a certain standard and you all can feel the energy, the same thing goes with you. And that's what you have to realize. You have to make sure that you're in community with people who carry themselves a certain type of way. It's either for you or it's not. And just making sure that if you want to do certain things, you know, you got to make something happen. Like, as your favorite mental health specialist, yes, I'm here to inform, educate, and maybe even inspire and have people appreciate what I do. But it's like, even with your therapist or somebody that loves you, we can only give you so much information. I'm not here to enable you. Like, I'll give you the best knowledge possible and the best resources, but you still have to step up. That's even with myself. That's like, when people are in your life to help you, it's only so much that they can do. Everyone is not going to be able to do everything for you. Like, if I'm giving you confidence to believe in yourself, I need you to apply the information and actually use it. Be the best version of yourself. Like, make sure you guys are watching these videos. And if you're new here, we'll be having homework assignments. And if you're old here, I'm bringing back homework assignments in 2025. Basically, homework assignments were going to be towards the end of the video, and it's going to be a challenge that is uplifting, motivating, inspirational, or maybe it'll be fun. Just depend on how you guys are engaging. And your homework assignments will be due in the beginning of the next video. So just make sure that you guys are watching and make sure you like this video, okay? Love you. See you later.